All right, Cancer. I'm just going to do a little shuffle here. All right, let's see what's going on. Ooh, Queen of Swords. Crosses you with Queen of Wands. This feels like a push-me-pull-you type of situation. And the Tower. High Priestess. Fantasy card. King of Wands. Wow, you got a lot of people with a lot of opinions around what you're doing. This Tower is lesson through destruction. I know a lot of Cancers that have been surprised by things like losing their house in a fire, divorce, losing their job, things like this. So I know that you guys have been going through it a little bit, and it does look like it is getting better. There are some worries here. The Devil. Yeah, it does look like you're right in the midst of resolving things or figuring out how to resolve. The culminary cards are very good. Culmination cards are very good. So there is going to be a positive resolution. But right now it does look like you're in the thick of things. And it does look like it's something that was kind of out of the ordinary. Kind of a bolt of lightning from the sky change type of thing is what I'm feeling. The Queen of Swords here. Now, queens are usually exalted. They, live in integrity. And swords are air signs. That's Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So this may involve Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And it is crossed by the Queen of Wands, which is fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So it does feel like there's a bit of a conflict between two people that you may be stuck in the middle, maybe two of your children, maybe two of your siblings. I don't like to put gender on these things, but it does feel like somebody's being very needy and pulling you in two different directions and trying to make you choose sides. Of course, my answer to that is choose your own side. And let them duke it out. But it does look like there are a couple of queens here that have some heavy opinions on what you should do next and how you should do it. My best suggestion is to back out and let them duke it out. But it does feel like that you're being pulled in two different directions. The Tower is here. This is lessons through destruction. This can be like if you've been sober for 10 years and somebody offers you a drink. That would be a lesson through destruction. You left a relationship that wasn't conducive to your growth and it was dysfunctional and thinking about going back. That is a Tower experience. So it does look like the Tower is here. It does feel like there was some big shift in your world that you're still reeling from and trying to figure out what your next step is. So move forward, make new choices. Cancers, you guys are very, very aware of your feelings. You guys, you may not share them, but you're very aware of how certain situations reflect on you or how it stresses you out. So be aware of that when you're making your choices and make the new choices. If you have the choice between something new and doing the same thing, make the new choice. Go towards the new choice. It looks like it will be much more pleasant for you and not chaotic. And it does look like there's been a bit of chaos in your life for a little minute here. The High Priestess is here. It is in the past position. So it does look like you have embraced either your faith, your spirituality, or trusted in the journey. It doesn't, if you are walking in an atheist body, that's fine. There's no judgment from me at all. But it does feel like you have shifted your awareness and trusting the journey a little bit more. And for those that are religious, that are spiritual, it does look like you're embracing your faith and you're opening up your heart a little bit to the big picture, allowing things to flow a little bit. With this big thing that just happened, it makes you understand that we really do not have control at all. So you might as well just go along for the ride and make the choices that you can that are healthy. This is the 8 is it the 8? Sorry, 7. 7 of Cups. Cups are about emotions. Cups about dreams. Cups are about love. So it does look like you kind of have a clean slate, fortunately or unfortunately. So it's time to redo the bucket list. What is your wildest dreams? This also can stand for being real. Looking at a situation for what it is, not what you want it to be. Kind of the rose-colored glasses type thing. So make sure you look at things as it actually is, not how you want it to be before you make any great decisions. But it does feel like there's some decisions coming up. And this is also what that Mercury moving into Pisces kind of feels like. It's a little dreamy. It's a little bit about thinking about the future, fantasizing, things like that. So it does look like because you have to start over in something, you get to choose what that looks like for you, Cancer. The King of Wands is here. Wands are fire signs. That's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But King of Wands is really about money, influence, being honest and fair-minded, and having some good fortune. So this does feel like, if it is not a person, it is most likely standing for kind of replenishing what you lost, being honest and fair-minded towards a situation. The basis of the future stuff here is there's a 9 of Swords. This does feel like you're overthinking about a certain situation. It may be standing in the way of you sleeping and getting rejuvenative sleep. This overthinking kind of stuff can also disrupt your nutrition, your eating patterns, either eating too much, not eating enough. Same thing with sleep. So all the creature comforts are kind of disturbed. It's like a disturbance in the force a little bit when you are over-analyzing. So I encourage you, Cancer, to put down that over-analytical part of you. Do what you can and release the rest, if it's possible. I know it's really easy for me to say, but very hard to do. So this is the 5 of Cups. It does feel like there was a bit of disappointment that happened, something that really touched your heart and made you sad or heartsick. It's kind of the crying over spilt milk card. But, in order to move forward, we really need to feel the grief. We really need to feel that negative energy so we can kind of sail into the positive once we have processed. So it does feel like you're in the middle of either a grieving process. This could be a death, a loss of a home, a loss of a job. This can also dictate an affair, but it is a grave disappointment that you are feeling. So I encourage you to feel that. It also can be medical. I'm getting some hits on medical. It can be something that you don't have control of, that you are fearful of and downright sad about. So it does feel like that grieving process is happening right now. It does feel like it is towards the end of that grieving process. And the Devil is here right above it too. So, and when we are in our emotional weak spaces, it's really easy to go back to bad habits, people that are toxic, relationships that are toxic. So be aware of that while you are so vulnerable to protect yourself while you are processing that. And don't go back in time. Don't go back in time to the addictions, the toxic relationships, people, or jobs. So just protect yourself a little bit. But the Devil is here to just kind of a warning. Hey, check it out. Kind of dangling the carrot. Are you sure you want to be sober? Are you sure you don't want to live there? Are you sure you don't want that job? It's kind of like a little test. But unfortunately, they come when we're a little more vulnerable. So be aware of that during February. The culmination card here is the 8 of Wands. This is when all these really great ideas are coming down, shooting down from the heavens. So with this release and with the grief, you have a clean slate to create from. And that's what kind of the Eight of Wands is. It's these great ideas that are coming down, and it looks like there's a multitude of them. Pick one thing and follow it to completion, Cancer. I know you're not hung up on that completion thing, but just pick one thing at a time, and you'll be able to resolve what you need to resolve and create what you need to create. But yeah, you have a blank canvas right now, so it's time to embrace those changes. They've already happened, so it's the rebuilding time for you, Cancer. The Chariot is on the left. This can be traveling in style. This can be finding the balance between all the dichotomies in life, good and evil, light and dark, up and down. This is just trying to find the balance between the dichotomies of life. And it also can dictate searching a little bit and looking towards the future. This medical insignia is lighting up. This card came for another water sign too. So there is maybe some medical things that, and it can be as easy as just going to get your checkup, or it can be as great as fighting a disease. So please take care of your health during this time, since you are kind of emotionally vulnerable. Please take care of your health, and that can include a cold or cancer. It doesn't dictate the gravity of it, but it is lighting up, so some attention needs to be paid to your health. That includes mental health as well, Cancer. The last card, the other on the culmination line, is the 2. This is the 2 of Pentacles. This is all about balance, all about recovering from whatever instance happened. But really finding the balance, letting go of the anger, and embracing the healing. This orange color is lighting up for me pretty intensely, so it does look like the healing has started. You are getting in touch with some of the anger that maybe that you push down, just so you can live day to day. It's okay to release some of that anger, have a good scream, maybe at the ocean. This water is kind of lighting up for me, so something about healing around the ocean. You are a water sign, so honor that. If you are able, if you are near a large body of water, I encourage you to go out, sit at the water, and release your frustrations, release the sadness and the grief that you are currently experiencing. So that is your general reading for February, Cancer. I'm going to throw a couple of these chakra cards. These are Doreen Virtue, and it's one word. You know, I like that. No fuss, no muss. And let's see. Isolation. Are you isolating? It kind of looks like you are. So please don't isolate. You are very loved. You are very much needed in community. So after you are done processing what you need to, please come out of the cave. But it may take a bit of isolation and really tuning out the world to fully process the grief or the situation. And forgiveness. It's time to forgive yourself. It's time to forgive others. We can only grow from a place of love and understanding, and part of that is forgiving yourself.